Peace Collective. My name is Kay and I'm a messenger of the universe. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Even if you're new here, this is not the first time that our souls have crossed paths, y'all. Let's get started with this reading and see what messages are coming out, y'all. If you are drawn to this thumbnail, the first thing I have to say is that you guys are very, very much loved. You guys are very special to the people around you and you are valued. People do understand you, collective. They see the vision. Even if you haven't seen the vision all the way through, people can see your vision. People can see the work that you're putting in and the reputation you're building for yourself. And when I think of like building a reputation, astrologically speaking, that represents the 10th house, which is like our career. And it also represents the planet Saturn, which is time. So this is something that's been building over time. This is something that you've been working with over time. And you may not have realized that the fruits of your labor have been working out. And even just the fact that you're a valued worker, you're a valued customer, you're a valued partner, you're a valued parent, just means so much to people that you wouldn't even understand that these people want to give back to you times 10. There are so many people who are working hard so that they can, like some of y'all are parents who have children who adore you so much. They want to give you a house. They want to give you a life that you've always dreamed of. Some of y'all are dealing with a partner who wants to do that for you. Some of y'all you would never know, like the people who admire you, collective. And I just feel like a lot of y'all just need that little boost, just gassing your head a little bit, but not for the wrong reasons, of course. I just feel like y'all need to understand that a lot of people see what you see and they know that you guys don't have bad intentions, collective. Your reputation just precedes itself. Like just your presence alone is what impresses people because of the way you carry yourself, the way that you navigate a room, the way that you can navigate energies in any environment that you're in really impresses people. And I feel like a lot of y'all could be feeling really stressed out right now. Some of y'all just feel like you have a lot of responsibilities on your plate. And it can be really tough to handle sometimes. I feel like maybe some of y'all are learning to deal with time management a little bit better, managing your tasks in a way so that you don't have to be so like overwhelmed. And I feel like some of y'all are also kind of realizing you could have been irresponsible with your sexual energy, or you could have been irresponsible with who you slept with or who you hooked up with or something. But I feel like there's an energy here with the Magician next to the Knight of Wands that you can make whatever happen. Or like if you're attractive, like you can pull, like you really don't have anything to prove to anyone at this point. And some of y'all are realizing you picked up unnecessary stress from trying to like prove people wrong or from trying to prove something. Like you're really just starting to realize that living for yourself is going to be what helps you the most. And if you haven't come to that realization yet, I implore you to do so, because I feel like a lot of y'all could just be under a lot of unnecessary stress, and some of it is legit. Like some of y'all have children to take care of, you have bills to pay, you got stuff to do, and then some of it is kind of like you were just lonely, so you decided to deal with this person and they're not even like adding to your life and you know it, but you just have them there because it's convenient. Some of y'all are just comfortable, like you just are so comfortable in this position, it's the safe route, you know what to expect, it's predictable. And I feel like some of y'all are a little bit afraid to step into the unknown too, so it's kind of like a mix here. But for those of y'all who are stepping into the unknown, I want to get more into that because that's where the growth is, and that's what these readings are for. These are for people who want to grow and develop into their best self and who don't want to hold themselves back, whether intentionally or unintentionally. So I feel like, again, some of y'all could be feeling stressed the frick out because someone else could be trying to like deal with your energy, or they still want to be a part of your life, even if it's not meaningful, collective. Like someone could literally just want to be your baby mama or your baby daddy just so they can have that attachment to you. Some of y'all are dealing, if it's not that deep with a child, I feel like it could just be about them wanting to like just say that they've hooked up with you or something like that. Like it's just like you're just realizing how childish some people are, at least the way that they see it. Like some of y'all were just too stressed out to kind of see like how the way that other people were plotting or planning, thinking about the situation. But I kind of feel like since you've become more responsible in life, people have been just saying that like you really have that magician reputation where you just make stuff happen no matter what. And I feel like there could have been a lot of people who could have projected their doubt and their own insecurities onto you, but I feel like y'all grow through everything and you just kind of like exceed people's expectations of you naturally because of who you are and the energy you carry. The celebrities I put on the thumbnail, I have like Left Eye on there. I'm going off of memory, y'all, so I may not name every single person I have on there, but I know I have Halle on there, Left Eye, Aaliyah, I put people on there who just kind of have an angelic aura to me personally. I know this is like a little bit like just personal opinion, but of course if you were drawn to the thumbnail, it's for a reason. And you probably resonate with parts of these messages, if not all of them. And I feel like a lot of y'all kind of carry that essence where people just respect you. They respect the way that you move. A lot of y'all are just naturally like you're entrepreneurs. You get stuff done. You have your own business, or you have your own way of living. Like you always get to the bag in a way that people respect, okay? And I feel like people really kind of see you as someone who is just learning to still navigate stuff. Like I feel like y'all are still trying to learn. You're still learning here with the Magician. Like you're still in a phase of learning things, of getting to know yourself better. But at the same time, people know that like even if you're a novice in what you do, one day you're going to be like an expert, okay? And I feel like some of y'all could be feeling stressed because you're like, is this going to work out for me? Is it not going to work out? And I feel like it is. Some of y'all in your work environment, you have someone who does want to hook up with you. And if you've gotten that energy, the answer is yes, okay? Or like they're just kind of flirting with you or whatever. I'm hearing negging too with the Knight of Wands. I kind of feel like the Knight of Wands is the type of person to neg people. So they might be like complimenting you backhandedly sometimes, stuff like that too. Of course childish, but it is what it is. So you also have a King of Wands next to here. So, okay. So if you're masculine, oh, speaking of, the Queen of Wands is at the bottom too. So I think it's significant that a lot of y'all are actually going to be leveling up in life or in your connections. And I feel like you're going to be, it's because of how much love you've developed for yourself. You're going to really be attracting someone who matches your energy, collective. And I feel like in the past, you could have dealt with someone who really wasn't ready to take things serious, or they just wanted to be a baby daddy or baby mama to you. And like, you just weren't with that. Like you didn't resonate with that. So you could have left, or you just said like, nah, I'm not dealing with your F-boy ways, or like, this is childish. Like I'm too grown for this, you know? So now y'all are being presented with a King of Wands. This could be a fire sign, someone with well endowed, I'll say that. And I feel like this person's going to have a lot to give to you. And I really feel like this is going to be someone who's like, they're going to pursue you, okay? Like there is not going to be a doubt in their minds that you're who they want. And I feel like this person is going to make it well known that they want you. And they know that you have this Knight of Wands too. But they're like, ain't no competition there, if I'm honest. Like, let's be real. Who's competing between a knight and a king type deal? Especially if you know the knight ain't-ish. It's kind of like, yeah, I'll go with the King of Wands. So in this scenario, or for this reading in particular, I would say the King of Wands is a good energy. It's like the more mature version of the Knight of Wands. So this is someone who could have already been through that phase in life, or they were already been through stuff, and they've been there, done that, like got the t-shirt, like they really have nothing to prove, collective. And this means that they could, even if they haven't done anything, collective, they could just look very mature for their age, or they just look like very appealing. And you know how like sometimes you see someone so attractive, you're like, dang, like that person might be trouble, or that person might be like, I don't know, like that person might be like they're gonna cause me issues or something. They're gonna make me lose all my money. Like how guys are when they see a beautiful woman, they're like, dang, I would go broke for her. But I kind of feel like that person kind of has that energy too about them, where people are like throwing themselves at them sometimes. Like they're kind of used to like dealing with thirsty people and dealing with people in general, dealing with competition. Like this person does not compete because they are the winners, okay? Like I feel like this person is the type of person to know that they can beat you up, but they don't do it because they're just like, I actually feel like sorry for you, so I'm gonna just let it slide. So, you know, there's power in that, and knowing you can whoop somebody's A and you still don't do it, okay? And then I'm sure those people feel grateful because they know you could do it, but you still chose not to. And, you know, I feel like that's why people are like, let me put some respect on your name, collective, because a lot of y'all, like, you could, like, you just are not what you seem, collective. Like, people may try to throw you around, mistreat you, or just be ungrateful for the help that you give them. But y'all don't forget, okay? I am getting the elephant totem for this reading too. And anytime I get the elephant totem, I always get reminded of how like elephants don't forget. So if you do them wrong, they're not forgetting that. And this is also the energy of our ancestors too. The elephant energy is like, you may have forgotten, collective, but your ancestors ain't forget. So even the people who did you wrong that you don't even care about, or you wish them well, your ancestors may not be wishing them well. And, you know, sometimes it's because they know things that we don't know. So I just, you know, let them do what they got to do sometimes. So it is what it is, collective. We're gonna move into the astrology though, see what else is coming out. This might be a shorter reading because I do have some stuff to get done today, but I wanted to bring the truth out to you guys as well. It's raining a little bit, so I really feel like the weather today was really fitting for this vibe. And one thing I do have to say is like the scenery right now, I'll probably like put up a video or something of like the way that it looks in this particular day at this particular time, because it's actually very beautiful. The sun is out, it's still raining, and we're also entering the beginning of spring, so it's really like it's just giving spring energy entirely. Like, thank you, Aries, thank you so much, because this is beautiful. Thank you to the spring gods or whoever is out there putting together this orchestration of beauty. So I kind of feel like a lot of y'all could be feeling more of appreciation for nature or feeling healed by nature, like me. I record most of my videos outside because I just like to be in nature, y'all. It's fun. And especially when it rains, like I feel like I'm just here in a bubble and it's just rain around me. So Pluto, rebirth. Oh yes, there's a lot of changes happening in your life, unexpected transformations that are really going to elevate you, collective. Like I really feel like any pressure you feel in your life right now, any darkness, you will see the light. Okay, I know sometimes it can seem hopeless or you feel like there's no meaning to it all, but I promise there's a full circle moment. And you just got to learn to trust things and just know that even when stuff doesn't make sense to you, it's going to make sense to the universe. It's going to make sense to your creator. It makes sense to the fuller, bigger picture out there that is forming for all of us. And I've also been thinking of life as like a work of art more recently. Like I just think of life as the big painting, and everything that we experience is like painting, and it might be a good painting or a good drawing sometimes it's not. Sometimes it'll be trifling and dark and destructive, but all of that, like, it's like when you finish that life cycle and you look at the entire painting of your life, you're going to really be impressed by what you see, collective. And I know that was kind of a weird analogy, but if you pick up what I'm putting down, I really hope you can like see what I'm trying to say here, that like even though there's some dark moments in your life, it's not gonna last. And I know people like to push that onto you, like, oh, it's never gonna get better, why are you so happy? Like I get that so often. Like I'll feel happy for literally no reason, like just happy, and people will be mad about that. Like, how are you mad because I'm happy? That doesn't even make sense. Or just stuff like that. And so I kind of feel like you could just be feeling like resistance because you are feeling happier. People around you don't really they don't get that feeling that you get, collective. So they may be projecting their insecurities and their limiting beliefs onto you because they really feel like their experience is the only way that everyone else is feeling, and vice versa. So I really feel here that y'all are transforming in a way that's kind of making people feel intimidated. You're going to start seeing people could be expressing more envy with Pluto energy, and this is an 8-year. If you're watching this in 2024, just be mindful that a lot of envious energy could be really sent your way this year, specifically because the 8th house deals with that in particular. And then Scorpio, I wish I was kind of recording myself shuffling these cards, because you'd think I was pulling them out one by one. But with Pluto and Scorpio, again, this is just saying y'all are really, really going through intense transformation in your life right now. And some people could be really trying to come after your life essence, collective. You could literally deal with people who are threatening your life in some way because of this insecurity and envy that they feel, especially if they see you elevating after you stop being friends with them. They thought you would be down bad, or you would be broker, or you would just be going through it, and you're just like, nah, I'm living my best life now. I'm doing better, actually, elevating more. And I just kind of feel with the Scorpionic energy, some of y'all could just be feeling there's power here in this group. There's really power in who you are, and you know it. A lot of y'all don't have to be told that you're attractive, or that you're this, or you're smart, or you're creative. You know this about yourself. So there's this energy here where you know who you are, and you don't really let people tell you, push you around and tell you what to do. And I really feel like people pleasers could be triggered by you, collective, because I feel like a lot of y'all are not really the people pleaser type. You're the type to say no and mean it. And I think it's significant that I put the biblically accurate angel on the thumbnail too, because it's kind of they're not soft, sweet little babies on a cloud. Like angels are like actual warriors. They can be scary sometimes, even though the one on the thumbnail isn't that scary. But y'all pick up the what I'm putting down here. Like it's never what it seems with you, collective. Like y'all really are like a fighter for real. And like I feel like that's kind of your reputation, that people who are like people pleasers, they probably get triggered by you or they learn from you, collective. That's what it really comes down to. And some people are learning to work through their own envy and jealousy, because like with Scorpio, that's inheritance. That means you were born with this. You were born or you inherited this from a family member. Like it's something in your DNA that just can't be, like it's just like you were just naturally born with pretty privilege, or naturally born with a curvy body, or naturally born with nice skin, or naturally born with anything. Like it's just something that you can't control. It's something that you were literally just born with. So that's the main thing. Like whatever it is that is powerful about you, collective, you're really born with it. It's really not like you can't, it's not something that you take from other people. It's literally just who you are. So people naturally kind of want to imitate you, the things you say and stuff too, because y'all like really, you really inspire people. And I feel like people say that like you speak the truth. Some of y'all could be preachers, or you come from preachers or pastors, people who like congregate churches, or if I don't even know if I'm saying the right word, but people who lead churches and stuff like that, lead worship. And I'm just saying like people naturally want to take your lead, collective, because you just seem like you know what you're doing. Okay, you may not, you may be like, girl, I don't even know what I'm doing, I'm just doing whatever. And people are just like, dang, like that's impressive though, like especially for the work that you've like already put in, or like the discipline you already showed people that you have. Like it's really impressive. And I feel like you guys are actually putting in a lot of work, and it's really changing your life for the better. And we're gonna skip one more astrological card to see what is changing. Like I want to know what specifically is changing for this collective, because I feel like y'all are going through a lot, and people are saying you're really mysterious, so they don't really know how to like get to you, collective. People don't really know how to get to you, especially emotionally, because you seems like you just keep everything deep down, and you know like when to share and when not to share, and how much to share. So there's kind of like it's almost like a puzzle getting to know you, because people really, they think they know you and then they get something entirely different. So people are saying you're very unpredictable. They really don't know who you are or even where your life is heading. Like some people can probably, they assume things about where you're going or what your future looks like, and they could be totally wrong. So I kind of feel like that's the vibe I get with you. People really don't know what you're up to. That's why people are very intrigued by you, because they're always like, what, I wonder what they're going to do next. Like you guys don't really have a boring life, if anything. And yeah, I feel like the way that you confront people is changing. The way that you like stand up for yourself is changing. I feel like y'all are giving less F's about like how people feel about in certain situations, or like you're just really learning to claim your power for real. And it's kind of like making people kind of like, they feel intimidated, because y'all are really pressure, collective, and you could really like even change their lives, collective, because of what you know and who you are. So sometimes it's like evil people who are manipulating others. They want to keep those people they're manipulating hidden from you and your energy, because you shine a light on stuff they do, or stuff they say, or things that they are. And sometimes these people, you'll be surprised, collective, to realize how many people are like, don't even realize how manipulative there are. If anything, like they swear they're the best person in the world, they're the sweetest, they're the most spiritual, grounded, peaceful human being. Nah, like they usually have the most baggage, collective, because they're suppressing everything and putting on a mask of happiness 24/7. Like of course I go through it, but when I'm happy, I'm gonna feel very grateful, and I'm gonna genuinely enjoy those experiences. But I kind of feel like you kind of are unmasking people without realizing it, and other people are kind of getting turned off by some of the people that they used to like think were cool or they were friends with. Like if you're in a relationship, that person had friends who saw the way that they treated you, and if it led to a bad breakup, I feel like that person, their friends are seeing them in a different light, and not in a good way, because it's like the way they treated you or how they handled the situation was like cowardly, or like they didn't fight for what they wanted or something like that. Like they didn't really do what was right. So people are even losing respect because of the way people treat you, collective. So you know, they may think they're the big guy in the room, and then you come in and they're like, why would you even treat that person like that? They were genuinely like an angel to you. They didn't do nothing to you. You got issues type deal. So I kind of feel like you shed a light on people in a way that's not always the best, because you kind of show people things that they're ashamed to admit about themselves, things they try to keep hidden. And some of y'all could be like investigators. You're just the type of person who likes to dig for the truth. You're the type of person who's like, I'm gonna know what the truth is, and you know, I'm not giving up on it. So that also is like a really something that people are saying, that you know how to get to the truth, and you're not afraid to confront it either. Like, you're not afraid to like speak your truth, speak your piece. And I feel like people respect that about you, because you're a real one. And not only when you stand up for yourself, you're standing up for other people who didn't have the words to say it, or they didn't know how to articulate themselves that way, or they didn't even think about seeing it from your perspective. But when they see it your way, they're like, yeah, that person's actually onto something. So a lot of y'all are doing the Lord's work without realizing it. Just your energy, your essence itself is what is the magic and the essence. So a lot of y'all just living your life and doing what you got to do despite everything that's been put onto you. Even though you could feel the pressure sometimes, I want y'all to know that you're always going to make it through, and that you do have divine protection even if you don't see it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining for this reading collective. If it resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to join my beautiful community of my lovely ravens. My name is Kay. I have the pleasure of being your reader today, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace.